G'day guys, War of Oz here with you for a very quick look at the brand new Exo-6 Star Trek First Contact Captain Jean-Luc Picard 1/6 scale figure. So Exo-6, this is their second release I believe, the first one being Data. And now they have released Picard from First Contact. So let's get in and have a very quick look at this figure and I'll tell you what I think about him. So first up, we'll just start with the this cover is it's a slip cover, so this comes off rather easily. But we'll have a quick look. It's nice and glossy. Got the Star Trek insignia there. Obviously, Captain Jean-Luc Picard or Sir Patrick Stewart. Looks great. Really good likeness. And there's the First Contact sort of movie cover. Again, name Picard down here. Love the little deltas that it's got on the side there. Here we go. Just a brief write-up as to everything that he comes with. There's the figure himself, which we'll rip out and have a look. And just all the legal jargon there. So again, Exo-6. And of course it is 25 years since First Contact. Gee, I can't believe it's been that long. Anyway, let's rip out and have a look. So guys, here's Picard outside of his box, and it's just your typical clamshell box that you normally get with your 6 scale figures like your Hot Toys and your Sideshow figures. So nothing new there. Just rip this off. Now, spoiler alert, I have actually taken this figure out, but I just wanted to show you how he comes straight out of the box, and I'll show you the accessories really quickly. So you've got the phaser rifle that he comes with. You've got his Type 2 phaser. Now a little cool little holster for Type 2 phaser, which I'll show you here. Has a little magnet on it. It's really cool. It's hard to see because it's fully black, but it actually attaches to a magnet in his pants there. You've got 3 right hand extra sort of hands and 3 left hand extra hands for different accessories. The cool thing about these hands is they are quite soft plastic, like quite malleable. So there is a little bit of give, not like some of the really hard Hot Toy ones where there's just no give at all. But as you can see, there's a little bit there, which makes putting the accessories in a lot easier. Moving on up, we've got a tricorder. I'll pull this one out because I just want to show you. So you've got some really nice detail on that, and also some really nice, if the camera decides to focus in, it's really nice detail there. The other really cool thing is there's little magnets in here. If you see that, it's just not going to show up very nice on this camera. But that little magnet, it's quite weak, so, but it's enough to hold it in hand and then flick it on over. See, there's no catch or anything there. So that's really cool. And you've got the, once again, just the holster. And that also has a magnet on the back and attaches to the figure like that. So that's very cool. Anyway, I'll the last but not least, I want to show you this. His action vest. So this is really cool. I really like what Exo-6 have done here. They've put a little foam insert to keep it structurally intact, but it just adds so much more. I mean, First Contact, you had Picard running around with this on, chasing the Borg through the Enterprise. So it's really cool if you want to set him up with a display, action Picard, so to speak. You've got this. So really nice job. I like how they've got that foam insert. Anyway, let's pull the figure out and have a bit of a play with him. And here is your first look at Captain Jean-Luc Picard out of the clamshell. So he looks really nice. He's a great looking figure. The head sculpt's fantastic. But first of all, let's have a gander at his accessories again, and then we'll move on to the figure. So first up, we'll start with the phaser rifle. Really like this. The silver is really shiny and nice. The paint job is fantastic. The detail looks great. And just broken up a little bit by this little bit of yellow on the scope there, but it looks really, really good. It's just a solid hard piece. So just the one piece. Really nice. Great phaser rifle. And we'll move to the Type 2 phaser. And again, really well done. Just the little details on like the hand grip there and the buttons. The paint job is fantastic. That really nice glossy silver. It looks fantastic. Well done. And finally, the tricorder. Look at the little details on there. It's so beautiful. It's just not going to come up for me. We'll get a little bit there. But yeah, as I said, you got that little weak sort of magnet in there, so there's no actual clip. And it's gone. But it does have... So it's a little bit fiddly, but especially with big clumsy fingers like mine. But it's cool because it folds up. You can have it in his hand like that, or into his holster, which is magnetized onto his pants there. And we'll move to the hands. So as I was saying before, you've got 3 right and 3 left extra hands, and they are quite malleable. So it's really nice that you don't have to worry about getting out a hair dryer or heating up the hands to put weapons or accessories in there. So you've got a hand like this that can hold the tricorder, which is really nice. Or you've got fists as well, so if that's what you want to do. And once again, here's the jacket. So there's like a Velcro piece. I'll just rip that open just to give you an idea. So it's a quick, easy rip open on the very thick Velcro there. And again, you've got this padding which allows to keep your vest or your jacket. If you decide to display him with the vest, you can put the jacket on there for a bit of structural integrity. And look at that insignia. Isn't that great? Looks really good. The stitching is fantastic. The cloth is really good. And while we're down around the feet, let's have a look at the base. So this is like the sort of teleporter pad, or transporter pad I should say. And it's got like this nice little plastic cover on top. It looks the same sort of shape as a Sideshow 6 scale piece, but I do like it. They do have interchangeable. Go across to here. You can use this little bit of cardboard, or it's like a sort of a plasticky sort of cardboard. You can use this, or it's got a little blue. So it gives you 3 different sort of options. But I'm going to stick with the transporter pad look. So it's just something a little bit different, and it looks very different to the Hot Toys ones. But I think it's great. Gives you that just that little couple of different display options. Anyway, let's move to the head sculpt, because to me that is a fantastic looking Sir Patrick Stewart. I mean, Jean-Luc Picard. Look how good that looks. The paint job. It just looks beautiful. It was the first thing I noticed actually when I first opened up, was how amazing this head sculpt is. The paint job is just phenomenal. It's not really going to come out on this. I'll bring out the Qmx later on in the video and show you a comparison, and it's just mind-blowing how fantastic this head sculpt is. And I thought the head sculpt on the Qmx was great, but when you see it side by side, wow. I mean, look at the eyes. I mean, that is Sir Patrick Stewart. That is a beautiful, beautiful job. Well done. So we'll move down, and he's got his 4 captain's pips. Looks great. The jacket, the stitching looks really, really good. I must admit, in the pictures, I was a little bit concerned about this sort of grey area, how it would sort of be too thick or bulky. But in hand, looks fantastic. You've got the Velcro through here, so the jacket can come off if you want to replace it. So it is different. As you can see, the jacket ends down here, whereas in the previous Data figure, it's just the full jumpsuit. Moving down to the pants, again, stitching in the costume is great, and I love how there's a little magnet, just pops it on there, and it's really easy to pop your phaser in there. Look how easy it is, and it just slots in so effortlessly, and it's not loose, so it's really good. Lastly, move down to the boots. So what they've done here is, it's a bit hard to pick up, but there's a like a little cloth just to keep the pants down. There's a little cloth that goes underneath the boot. You can just make it out there, which is great because if you're trying to pose him, but it does limit the sort of posability of him. He doesn't have great posability. I'll show you that in a moment. So yeah, that is Captain Jean-Luc Picard, and I am super impressed and very, very glad that I picked this figure up. Alright, let's see what kind of posability he's got. So I just wanted to show him very quickly without his jacket on. So he looks really cool, and he has a lot more movement and posability, as you'll see later on in the video. There's a lot more movement through the arms than what you get. Well, there's not much there, but there's a lot more. Like, he can go pretty much all the way up. And later on in the video, when he's wearing his jacket, there's a bit of restrictions through here, but I'll show you that a bit later on. But I will quickly suit him up with his action vest and show you what he looks like. And here he is suited up in his vest, action captain himself, ready to hunt down the Borg. So yeah, it looks really nice. Great looking vest. He looks fantastic, and you get some really good poses. As you can see, I've got him there with his phaser rifle, and there's great movement through the elbow that allows you to get some really good poses with him if you want to go down the action route. So yeah, you just see that insignia there, and this Velcro strip right here runs through, much like on the jacket here. You've got that Velcro, and again, just this little foam bit. I know it's a little touch, but Exo-6, just really nice. Just a really cool idea to help protect either the vest or the jacket when not being displayed, or you can use it as a display piece if that's what you want to do. Anyway, let's get into the full posability of him. But I just wanted to show you what he looked like, and just around the back. That stitching's really nice. Oh, I can't get over how good this head sculpt is. That's fantastic. Anyway, let's get into the posability. So here's Captain Jean-Luc Picard, and we'll have a quick look at his posability. So he's not quite as posable as some of the other 6-scale figures I've got, but really, you don't want him to be kind of like a Spider-Man, where he's super agile, bouncing around, swinging through cities. You kind of want him to be a little bit more reserved anyway. So let's take a look. There is a couple of restrictions due to his costume and uniform, so we'll have a quick look. Anyway, we'll start with the head. So there's a little bit of tilt back, not too much, and then a little bit forward, not again too much. You get the full 360 effect, and just have a look at how far that goes forward. Side to side, very little. Moving to the arms, due to this sort of thicker stitching through the jacket, you don't get as much movement So you can hear the clicking. That's probably about how much I would leave it at, to be honest. And bringing it back down, you can feel the ratchets on the arms, which is good. Nice solid figure. So again, you're not getting too much, especially with the jacket on. You're getting really good posability through the elbow there, like a double joint there. So that's really nice for when it comes time to displaying with, say, the phaser rifle. So that's really good. Notice there the discoloration, not a big deal. Looks more like the sort of data sort of color. Don't know if you'll pick that up. Then we'll move to the legs. So not a lot of movement. You're not going to get him doing the splits. Just that stitching through the crotch there. I don't want to rip that. Got to be quite careful with that. We'll move to the legs, and there's great range of movement through the knee. So if you want to do him doing his ballet steps, then that'll work out really well. Forward though motion, not crash hot. So that's a bit disappointing. But yet again, you don't want him doing crazy action pose. Well, I don't think you do. I'm not going to be using him that way. The feet, little bit of movement there. And you've got a little bit of lateral movement side to side. And we'll go for the ab crunch, which is quite good. Look at that. So that'll be good if you do want to use him in a more action-y kind of pose. Lateral movement from side to side. It's very good. And there's a bit of twist there at the waist. Again, not going to push the issue because I'm aware of the uniform and the restrictions. So that's a bit of a look at his posability. I'll now pull in a couple of the other figures to compare him with. And here we have our Exo-6 Captain Picard on the left, and the old school Qmx Jean-Luc Picard from his next generation outfit compared with the Exo-6 First Contact. First thing I really want to show is there's a little bit of a height difference, as you can tell, and it's not just because of the bases. The bases aren't that big a difference, but there is quite a noticeable height difference. So, but here, let's have a look at the head sculpts. Look at the difference. The paint application on the paint job on the Exo-6 is far, far superior. I mean, I used to think this head sculpt was fantastic, and I still think it's a really good head sculpt of Jean-Luc Picard. But when you compare it to that, there is no comparison. Look at the color, the skin tone difference. It's amazing when you have them side by side, just how different they are. It's incredible, really. So, yeah, that gives you a bit of a look at the difference between the figures. And the Exo-6 is just miles ahead, just light years ahead. So, fantastic job, Exo-6. Learning from, well, I wouldn't say the mistakes from Qmx, but definitely upgrading. And now we'll move him away. I do like this base, by the way. I still dig the Delta base. And last but not least, I want to bring in Lieutenant Commander Data. So bear with me. My wife posed this, so because she's a massive Trekkie, but they look fantastic together. They really look great, and I just cannot wait to get the rest of the First Contact Next Generation crew. So come on, Exo-6, give me Riker, give me Worf, Crusher, Troy, LaForge. Heck, I know he wasn't, I can't remember, I don't think he was in the movie, but give me Crusher. Give me Wesley. So, yeah, they look fantastic, look really, really good together, and I just cannot wait to get the full team, the whole crew. So, at the moment, Exo-6 are swinging towards doing Voyager figures. Captain Janeway is the next figure to be released, I believe. And we have 7 of 9 and the EMH Doctor also on the cards very soon. So keep your eyes peeled to the Exo-6 website on all their socials and pre-order those figures when they come up. They'll be around about the 180 to 200 US mark. So talking, Picard was 180 I believe US plus 25 postage. Just over $300 Australian I think it came out to be. Anyway guys, I will leave this here. But have yourselves a fantastic day. Thanks for watching. If you've got all the way through the review, please let me know in the comments what you think and who is your favourite Star Trek character. Mine is Worf and also Cisco. Cisco is my favourite captain, and I really can't wait till they hit the DS9 side of things. So anyway guys, thank you once again for watching. Please like and subscribe and see what other videos I've got coming up soon. Anyway, thanks again. Have a great day.